Today we're going to compare the Jabra Elite 85H to the Sony WH-1000XM3 side-by-side comparison. Hey, how's it going bros? My name is Aaron, welcome back to another video. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing because I upload videos every single week. News, reviews, and even some cool tutorials. So if you want to stay notified of new videos from this channel, please subscribe and ring the notifications bell. The Jabra Elite 85H retails for $299. The Sony WH-1000XM3 retails for $349. So there's a $50 price difference between both of them. Now with the exception of this fabric material, the Jabra's build quality feels quite similar to the Sony's. A lot of plastics used here. It's got a stainless steel reinforced headband. The weight is roughly the same, but which is more comfortable? I personally feel that the Sony's feel a little more comfortable than the Jabra's because of its lighter clamping pressure. It also feels more stretchy than the Jabra's. So there's a little more stretch in the headband compared to the Jabra's. The Jabra's headband feels more stiff in comparison. And the clamping pressure is a little tighter, so you begin to feel a little bit of a pressure around your ears after a few hours of using the headphones. The Jabra's run on Bluetooth 5.0 protocol, so if you pair this with a device that also supports Bluetooth 5.0, you will get better wireless range and connectivity. On the other hand, the Sony supports Bluetooth 4.2, but it's already proven to have pretty good wireless range and connectivity regardless. However, the Sony's have an advantage when it comes to the Bluetooth codecs it supports. It supports codecs like SBC, AAC, aptX, aptX HD, and LDAC. This one only supports SBC at the moment, but Jabra has confirmed that in a future software update, they will roll out AAC support for this as well. They both support USB-C fast charging. A 10 to 15 minute charge gives you 5 hours of juice. But the 85H does have a slightly longer battery life, or stated battery life if I might add, than the WH-1000XM3. 36 hours against the WH-1000XM3's 30 hours. One more thing that I like about the 85H is that this was designed with a heavy emphasis on great voice call quality. So instead of the usual 4 microphones that you see in most noise cancelling headphones, you get 8 microphones, double. So Jabra believes that with 8 microphones, the headphones will be able to pick up, identify and reject ambient noise better while leaving your voice intact, which is great. And with the Jabra Sound Plus app, you can totally disable ambient noise pass-through for when you're taking calls. And this is great because this is the main reason why a lot of people don't quite like the voice call quality of the WH-1000XM3, because when you're taking calls with the WH-1000XM3, whether you like it or not, you get ambient sound pass-through. Sony says that way you get a more natural voice call experience, being able to hear your voice when you're talking on the phone. But some people just feel that's more of a distraction than a plus. Okay, now we're going to talk about how different they are in terms of sound quality. Now, I've used them separately, so I have a rough idea about how different they sound, but I want to do an A to B comparison right now for you bros, because that way I will be able to give you a more accurate assessment. I'm going to put on the WH-1000XM3 first, and then I'm going to switch over to the 85H. Switch back to the 85H. Okay. So the Jabras, they actually sound pretty good. They've got pretty good dynamics even when you compare them against the Sony WH-1000XM3. It does, however, have a brighter sound signature. In comparison, the WH-1000XM3 sounds a little more on the mellow end of things. This one, however, will give you a little more bite in your sound overall. When you're talking about treble and mids, this will give you a brighter overall feel to your music. However, I do feel that the Sony sound a little more airy and open, and in terms of bass response, it does have better bass extension than the Jabra 85H. That's not to say that the Jabra's bass is not great. It sounds good as well, pretty tight, pretty impactful, and quite detailed. Now in terms of track separation, I feel that the Sony's track separation is a little cleaner, a little more well defined. In contrast, the Jabras sound a little edgier in that respect. So overall, if you're a bass head and you like your bass a little more amped up, you might find a bit more satisfaction from Sony's. But if you like your sound a little more edgy, a little brighter, the Jabras might be your thing. Also, the Jabras have a little less bass extension, so if you prefer your sound a little more balanced in that respect, then the Jabras is a great choice. However, in terms of overall sound processing, I'm leaning more towards the Sony's because the Sony's, well, they do sound a little bit more hi-fi. The sound staging is a little more accurate. It's got a more expansive, open sound signature compared to the Jabras. So if you're into that sort of thing, go for the Sony's. Okay, now it's time for the noise cancelling test. You guys will be able to hear the difference between the 85H and the 1000XM3. We are going to a place which is gonna be very noisy. Okay, it's gonna be at McDonald's after school hours. Okay, so very noisy place, but a great place to test the noise cancelling. Let's go. Let's go.
Battery high. Connected. Noise cancelling.
As you can probably tell, the 85H cancels a lot of noise, almost as much noise cancelling as the 1000XM3. It may not cancel as much of the low-end rumble as the 1000XM3, but it cancels, well, it does a very good job of cancelling the chatter of people and children around me. And I wonder if you noticed this. This also has slightly better passive noise isolation compared to the 1000XM3. So that was kind of surprising. But one thing the 1000XM3 has that this doesn't is the ability to adjust its noise cancelling to your ears and to the atmospheric pressure around you automatically. And this is something that's very good to have, because if you're someone who is sensitive to the pressure from noise cancelling headphones, then this will help to relieve that pressure while maintaining the same level of noise cancelling. Now, instead of using a touch control pad, the Jabras have physical buttons for operating your music, volume, call controls, and voice assistant, which is great because some people, especially people living in Nordic countries in very cold parts of the world, they're complaining that the 1000XM3's touch controls become unresponsive as soon as the weather gets too cold. But on the other hand, I feel that the touch controls of the 1000XM3 is more intuitive. It's faster than using physical buttons such as those found on the 85H. They both also have apps that let you customize their EQ settings and lets you set multiple noise cancelling presets that you can toggle between. The Sound Plus app for Jabra and the Headphones Connect app for Sony, I mean, those are both pretty good apps, but I do feel that the Jabra app is a little more polished, a little more sleek than the Sony's app still needs a little renovation. Apart from the ability to make EQ and noise cancelling presets, pretty much everything else in the apps are like gimmicks. For example, the smart sound feature that Jabra heavily promotes. Okay, so in theory this is how it's supposed to work. The headphones will automatically give you the most appropriate noise cancelling preset based on your current physical environment. Whether you're commuting or in a public place or in a private place. But it didn't really work for me, the change didn't happen fast enough. Maybe this feature is still a work in progress and there's a lot of promise for it, but I feel I might not really like to use that feature a lot because I prefer having my headphones in just one noise cancelling mode and toggle ambient sound pass-through on demand, you know, rather than leaving it up to the headphones to decide for me what kind of noise cancelling I should get. So after comparing the both of them, I feel that Jabra has done a very good job with the 85H. The price point is pretty decent, it's $299. It's got very good noise cancelling. Its voice call quality is excellent, even compared with the king of noise cancellers, the 1000XM3, and I suspect many other noise cancelling headphones out there, their voice call quality might not be as good as this one. Its battery life is great, up to 36 hours of continuous use. It's got USB-C fast charging, it sounds fantastic for its price point. It's got an app which allows you to do EQ settings and set presets to your noise cancelling. So there's a lot going for the Jabra Elite 85H. But like I said, there are some things which I wish it had. For example, I wish that it had supported more Bluetooth codecs like aptX, aptX HD or LDAC. Doesn't have to be all of them, but you know, only the ones that matter like aptX, because that will ensure better latency performance when you're playing video games. The 1000XM3 is also a little more comfortable than the 85H, but not by a wide margin, to be honest. So if you guys want something that's a great alternative to the 1000XM3, maybe you don't like the voice call quality of the 1000XM3, go for the Jabra Elite 85H. Very hard to go wrong with this pair of headphones, really. If you live in a Nordic country, it's got buttons, so it's guaranteed to work. Like I said, a lot going for it, $299 on the premium end of things, but sometimes you gotta pay to play. We have a saying in Singapore, if you pay peanuts, you gotta get monkeys. If you don't want monkeys, you pay something better than peanuts, you get something else, okay? So guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please punch that like button with a vengeance and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and remember to ring the bell to join Notification Squad, because I upload videos, like I said, every single week, and this is the only way that YouTube will notify you. So ring the bell, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.